Well lads, I don't know if you can see me or not, but I'm out for a quick couple of hours, make a brew and that, and have a chat. I've not been on for a while because I've been doing other things. I've still been getting out and about, but I've not bothered taking loads of kit with me. I've just been going walking and stuff, because I don't know about you, but sometimes I get a bit fed up with taking cameras and I don't know, video things and stuff. It gets a bit of a pain, so I've not bothered for a while. But anyway, well, a nice frosty morning. It says -3 on my thermometer thing. I've gone outside at shed at home, and I'm just walking downfield at the back at house now. And I'll catch you in a bit, lads. It's about 7 o'clock just gone, lads. Sun's rising, and just a note. Some lads at work. I work with a great bunch of lads at work, but they take the mick a bit out of me walking activities and my stove fetish. Jez, if you're listening, you know what I mean. I don't know if you can see me or not, mind you. So, yeah, they take the mick quite a bit really, but you got to take it on the chin, haven't you? But it's hard to explain, but every time I come out I still get excited just about being out, and the stuff you see when you're out early and stuff and there's nobody about, it's brilliant. And they can laugh as much as they like really, while they're still lying in bed or whatever they're doing. I'm out and about doing things, and then I've still got rest of the day when I get home to do the usual mundane stuff, so I think I'm a winner. Anyway, little waffle. Oh, it's slipping grey, look. It's quite cold, but anyway, catch you. Alright, I haven't been down this way for a while, and obviously we've had the weather, and I don't know if you can see that or not, but I'm supposed to be jumping across there. You can normally just hop and skip, but I'm thinking, oh my god. Yeah, anyway, I reckon I'm going to be struggling here. Right, catch you in a minute. I've luckily enough I managed to walk upstream about 100 foot, and I found a crossing bit. Yeah, I mean, I thought I was going in for early bath then. Yeah, I don't know what this is going to be like in low light, 'cause I've not really bothered with it much. It's got to be absolute rubbish and I'll cut it, or I'll put it in and you'll have to just suffer it. On note to videos and things, I recently got some money off of work for, like, I've been there 20 years and you get a few quid for you know, time served and all that, which is good. And I decided I'll get some, not camping, nothing like that, but something, instead of just blowing it on bits and bobs like I normally do. So I bought myself a Google Chromebook of all things. I like messing about with computers at times when I'm in the mood, like, and I tell you what, it's absolutely brilliant. You just turn it on, 8 seconds, bing, you're in. No messing about. Basically it's just a browser. It's like a netbook, but just a browser. You can put a few bits and bobs on it. It's a bit basic, but got a really nice screen on it, this one has, and it's flipping mint, dead small. Shut it up, put it in cupboard, job done. No messing about waiting for hard drive, bloody wearing round. And anyway, so what I'm going to do today, I've just been thinking about it, I'll see if I can use the Chromebook to upload this video. And I think you can do. I've seen some like apps on there, but I ain't got a bloody clue how to do it. So that should be interesting. I don't know what it's going to end up like quality wise or like that, but I'll give it a go. If it don't work, I'll just use normal stuff on old laptop. But yeah, I'd recommend it if you're not into, you know, messing about with computers as such, other than just going on and browsing, and you're not bothered about software. They're brilliant. It's just hassle free. Brilliant. Anyway, it's getting a bit muddy down here actually. I'm surprised we're in trees. I thought it'd be a bit frosty in this because how cold it is, but it's still really wet, so I'm trying not to get plastered too much. I ain't got my waterproofs on, just got normal combats on at the minute, so I don't want to get plastered in it. I'm going up to one of my normal haunts, I don't normally come this way to it, but I'm going up to one of my places I go for a sit and a chat, and I'll get a brew. I brought DD tart with me as usual. I don't know if I'll set it up or not, depends how cold I get, if I'm going to stop any length of time, like usual sit mat and top and bits and bobs. Brought the trusty old Trangia today because I'm not messing about making fires, I can't be bothered, and the old alco fuel, it'll burn alright, it's not that cold. Yeah, like I say, I'm not going to be out too long, I don't think, anyway. I always say that, and sometimes it ends up being all day, but I'm planning on being back before dinner anyway. So I've got I'm still doing my bedroom up at the minute, so I've got some plasterboarding to do, and I'm insulating the walls at the minute because it's a cold house, my house is, so I'm sort of battening it and actually bringing the wall forward slightly a bit and putting rock wool behind, so it's a bloody shambles. There's a lot of work to be done yet, but I'm slowly chipping away at it. Anyway, I've waffled too long, I'll catch you in a bit. Now it's brightening up a bit now, lads. You can see we've had it's been a cold one. I think this is probably the coldest night we've had so far. Well, I went down garden this morning, feed chickens, the water bars, thing, I don't know what you call them where you put water in anyway, I've got a little plastic thing, frozen up, so I bashed that up and scraped out ice out and that. Down sort of me tap at the bottom of the garden's frozen stiff, so I'm hoping that bugger don't burst. I'm going to turn it off. I've got a stopcock halfway up garden, and lets it drip out like, and I turn it off in house as well. And I need to sort that bugger out really. So I've had it burst before and I've ended up with water all over the place, as you do. So I think that's going to be turned off today. I've got loads of stuff to do and all. As usual, like I say, I want to do a bit of decorating, tidying up and what have you. My missus is at work, and I'm really enjoying this walk, lads. I tell you, I'm enjoying bringing camera and all. It's like I said, I've given it a rest because I don't know, I'd watch a load of videos on YouTube, and I've sort of cut it down a bit on that as well, because it got so as it were taking over a bit. I don't know if you get me drift, like, but I just ended up being addicted to get home from work, do what I've got to do a bit of decorating, then I go and sit on a laptop and just watch bloody hundreds of videos, people camping out and stuff. And I got to the point where that's all I was doing, and I thought, no, I'll get back to walking, leave the camera, and just calm that down a bit. So, but I've been doing, I've calmed it down for a couple of months now, really. Like I say, this is I'm really enjoying filming again, because you see all this stuff when you're out and about, and it is nice to show other people, that perhaps don't do it or are thinking of doing it, getting out. And well, basically I'm only in a walk and a brew today, but there's something about it. It's just, it's just well, it floats my boat. I don't know about other people, but this is what I like doing. Like I say, I'm looking forward to trying out uploading again. I'll start doing a few more videos, I think I ought to. I don't want to lose touch altogether. I saw the other day Outdoor Enthusiast 101, Luke. Alright mate, if you watch this, it's nice to see you back. I think a lot of other people have thought same and all. You're a good channel to watch. So I'm looking forward to when you start posting, when you've done your move and all that. Looks like a fantastic place, mate. Good luck to you, that's what I say. And yeah, I can feel a brew coming on pretty soon. I'm not that far away from where I go, so anyway, catch you in a bit. Bye. Tell you what's quite interesting. I've been up this path so many times, and how the landscape and that, how it changes. Like obviously we're coming on to the cold stuff now, most of the leaves are dropping, so it's like you can see all the layers peeling back. I think when I first started thinking more about the walking side and the camping bit, and yeah, expect, because it's quite, there's quite a lot of countryside around here where I am, but you don't really look at it in much detail, if you get me drift. And it seems to me that, I suppose it's a bit disappointing. I've got my head around it now, but I thought there was a lot more hiding places. If you get, and in summertime it's not bad, you can jump behind a few edges and, you know, chill out for a bit and what have you. But actually, when you look round you, the more you walk around a place, the actual, you see through, you see through that little, that vision that you get when you're driving along in your car and looking and thinking, oh, look at that wood. But actually you get there and that wood happens to be a few trees and then another field and a house or whatever. So I was a little bit disappointed in some ways, I suppose, when I started actually working out how much stuff hasn't been changed. But everything around you has changed, touched by us buggers. But well, like here for instance, bloody Highland cattle. This used to be a field when I was a kid. It's always looked similar to this. It's more domesticated now, as you can see. That used to be a field, a bit rough. Now you've got fences, you've got bloody Highland cattle and stuff. It's all managed. I think I said about that before. It's managed, so that's a good thing, I suppose. But in a bit I walk along here, there's a signpost showing you the route and stuff like that, and I think, well, I suppose it's good for visitors, so you just got to put up with it. But when you're local from a place and then all of a sudden you've got signposts and medicated paths, it does take the mystery away from places. I mean, if you look that side, that's just a farmer's field. It's always been the same. It's always roughly looked like that as far as I can remember. And you probably can't, I don't know if you can see from this, but you've got little roads, paths. There's a sign over that way there. I'll just walk around here, telling you where you can go, where you can't, what the trail is. You probably can't see it on this, but there is one. And I don't know, it's a sign of the times, I suppose. I'm lucky there's still some reasonably rugged stuff to walk on around here. It's not all housing estates, but I don't know, it could be worse, I suppose. It's so lovely. Let's zoom her up a bit. I'm just going to, oops, I'm going down there for my brew in a minute. So yeah, it's a lovely morning. I'm so glad I've come out. I did sit there this morning on the laptop. I was on the Chromebook. I was looking at the thing, I think it's called the Port Way. It sort of cuts across near where I'm here. I think it's about 48 miles. It goes from a place called Stapleford near Nottingham up past the other side of Matlock and that, and I was looking at it thinking, that looks like, I don't think I could manage that in a day. It's too far, but that would be like an excellent trip, that would be. If I could get somebody to drop me off at the start and pick me up at the finish, I wouldn't mind having a crack at that. It looks a bit, I'd have to get the book on it though if I do. I don't know if I am or not, but you have to look it up. I mean, it depends where you live obviously, but there's some absolutely gorgeous cracking stuff. There's a lot of history tied up with it, a lot of old buildings and earthworks and stuff, which is really interesting for me because I'm around here. So yeah, we're looking at it this morning and I looked out window. It was cold and dark and I thought, get your arse out there. I'm glad I did now. Anyway, there's one thing I'd like to get into. I like the idea of cooking and stuff out. Now, I'm not cooking anything because I don't know enough. I don't know anything about mushrooms. There's quite a few around. Obviously, it's woodland and you're going to get mushrooms, but my lack of knowledge restricts what I'm not going to chop out up unless I've got somebody with me that knew what they were doing. My dad knows a lot. When I was a kid, me and my dad and my brother used to go mushrooming years and years ago. I was only little, but obviously I can't remember. I don't know what's good and what's bad. Like there's these all over the place around here where I've just got to. Now, I know one thing about if they stain your hands. Somebody told me that. I don't know. I really don't know if that's edible or not. Obviously, I'm not going to try. If anybody's got any info, be able to advise me. Perhaps even, I suppose that's another thing I ought to get me send a little handbook or something. Because I'd love to. I like mushrooms anyway. Garlic mushrooms cooked Arctic wild, bit of bacon. That sounds absolutely fantastic. But I think unless I really knew what I was doing, I'll have to resort to bringing them from home, pre-packed from Tesco's. I think pretty crap, isn't it, eh? But I can't risk it. I'm just coming up to my nice little spot. I can't remember. Looks like a tree's gone over here. I normally sit down just in this corner here. Can't remember that tree being there last time I came. Looks like that one's gone over. Yeah, nice little relaxing spot. It's my normal place here. I'll just get set up, lads. I'll just show what I brought with me. Usual stuff. I've got the old trusty Miltech bag, still holding up holding up really well. Orc stitching still good on it. And I've just got this lot in here: water, Trangia, tin of spaghetti, and just basic stuff, lads. I don't know if you can hear the noise over the way there. It's they're working on the old open cast, so it's a bit noisy. It's normally quite peaceful here, but I've just set up the old trusty Trangia. She's nearly got a steam on. She's bonning away lovely in there. Still using my bioethanol. I've just measured a couple. I do like the old Trangia, flipping ace. I brought the thermometer with me as I do, and she's focusing. It's bang on zero here under a tree, so like I say, it was -3 this morning when I came out. It's sun not out and that, but I'm quite warm at the minute because I've been walking. I don't know if it's going to drop off a bit with me sitting about. I tend to get cold quick when I'm doing note. But I was going to bring the BioLite with me to use as a heater, but I just couldn't be asked to set it up. I do need to get that out again. I've not had it out for a week or two now. I might play with that later. So anyway, usual nondescript setup. I've got the old Wilco's tarp again, sit map. I've showed you this loads of times if you've watched my videos. Don't go anywhere without that. It's so comfortable and warm. You can sit it straight on anything. Trusty Trangia. And while that's getting a boil on, we'll just have a quick look round the campsite. Nice here, nice weight nature reserve. Whoops. Plenty of water. I've drunk out of that loads of times now using the water tap, so it's pretty clean enough anyway through filter. I trust it now, so I'm alright with that. Never had a jippy tunnel yet. It's a nice little secluded bit this here, really. I'm just sitting on the side of them trees there, and that's about it, lads. So I'm going to get myself a nice cup of char. Can't beat it. And I'll catch you in a bit, lads. That's the sight to behold, isn't it, eh? I love the old Trangia, I do. It's flipping reliable as anything. Well, on the Trangia steaks, I don't know about you, lads. If any of you have ever tried mini Trangia. I quite fancy getting a mini Trangia for when I'm out and about, lightweight in it, and just something to have a brew and just a compact thing. Because this, even though this is only a 27 Trangia, it's still quite bulky. It sticks out away, doesn't it? And I don't know if to try one of them mini Trangias. It's only about 22 quid off Amazon. I might ask my missus one for Christmas, because I just fancy that. Anyway, look at that. She's better get that poured out, actually. tell you what, that's quite nice. I brought extra fuel with me. I tend to bring an extra bit of fuel with me. You never know what's going to happen. So I'll better kill that. And just going to have a nice cup of tea. And I've not brought my Kindle today. I'm just going to. I brought my phone. I've got a book I'm reading, which it's all right. I'm not that struck on it yet, but we'll see. They're only £1 off at Amazon store, Kindle store. So we'll have a crack at that for 10 minutes and see how we go. Catch you in a bit. Brightening up now, low. The sun's come out. Yeah. Let me see that. I've just turned it around a bit. It says now, according to that, it's minus 0.5. Oh, I thought it won't mind. It's this fire's warming me up. It's lovely here. I didn't bother reading again. I don't like reading off my phone that much. It's a bit loud. I'm going to get going in a bit. I'm going to let this fuel burn out, keeping me warm. Then I'm going to wrap up and clear off, and have a wander around for a bit, head home, and I'll catch you later. It's lovely now. The sun's come out. I've gone a bit cold now. As usual, when I sit about, I get cold pretty quick. Oh, yeah, my hands have gone a bit cold and that, but now walking again, I'll warm up pretty quick. I enjoyed it loads as usual. It's an absolutely lovely morning, beautiful. Look at the colours. You get this lovely. Well, you've still got a few leaves on. You get that lovely golden stuff, don't you, when the sun's up and that. It's just great to be out. But I'm going to take the long road home. I'll only end up doing about probably 7 or 8 miles maximum, and it'll be a lovely trip out. I'll show you how it looks up here now. Still quite a bit of frost about. I mean, it's in the sun. It's probably a couple of degrees, but it's definitely been cold this morning we've had. Just look at that lot. I wish I'd got me a decent camera. That would have been superb, the sky and everything. It's just well, you know what I'm like, I get a bit carried away, but you've got to be here to appreciate it. It's been lovely. One of the best mornings I've had in a long time, really. I like this time of year when it's like this, when you get the cold frosty but relatively clear and that. I don't like the worst thing about this country is when you get all that grey wet stuff. It's good for getting out on your own. That's about the only advantage. I never want to go home, I know. But like I say, it was only going to be a few hours, this one. But it's just so lovely. I don't know what if they've given out anything today. I mean, it's probably, I suppose, possibly, I don't think they've given out any snow or like that, but it's cold enough, I would imagine, too. It's just about right temperature, really. It looks like rain in the sky, but I should imagine I'll be home before that lot comes off. I'm waiting to see. Anyway, as usual, lads, I waffle about anything and any old shite, but just enjoying the scenery at the minute. Beautiful. There it is. Well, the old woolly jumpers look happy enough. Oh, when I went when I was coming up here on the way up, I passed this lake, and there's all swans and that, like just in the water, just sitting there, and you think, bloody hell, I can't imagine sitting in that bugger all night. I know they're made for it, but it's a bit too cold to think about that one. Makes you wonder, all these wild animals, I know that's what they do, but us humans have got a bit too soft. Most of us have anyway. The coldest I've been in tent's been about -1 or 2 really, and that was rough to say the least. Obviously I didn't have the right equipment, but when I see some of you lads out there and you're in the old well, I don't know, it's probably I don't know what time. Some of the lads are watching Tony Hobbs, I think, or watching him the other day, and he was out and it was, I don't know what temperature it was, but God, it looked raw. And he's only got one of them bloody mid-top things, I don't know what they are, and I just think, God, that looks a bit too extreme for me. I'd like to give it a go, I think, but I'd have to have all the proper equipment. There's no way I would do it with the stuff I've got. I mean, the equipment I've got, there we go, this car coming. Yeah, the equipment I've got, it only goes down to, I think extreme, it's supposed to be minus something or other, and no way would I trust it. I don't think it's good much below about 10 degrees without extra stuff. You're really struggling with it. I would like to get a decent bag really, but too expensive. Yes, you can spend so much money out there. I mean, it's just bonkers. Some of this high-tech stuff is just like way too much for how much camping out in there I do. I'd like it, but it's not going to happen. I've seen a lot of you lads with these snug pack stuff like jungle bags and things. I ought to look into it more really, because I do fancy it. I like getting out when it's really cold, but with the stuff I've got to be careful, because you could end up in a mess really if I'm too far away from home to get back in time. Like, it means just walking through night or something like that, and I don't really fancy that, to be fair. Because if I camp out somewhere and it gets below about -5 or something, I've got to get up and do something, else I could end up in a bloody in a bad way really with stuff I've got, like I say. So anyway, I look forward to the up and coming winter videos you get. It's quite good stuff. I like watching how lads you know, what equipment they use and stuff, and how they cope with the cold weather. It's really good, so I'm looking forward to that. Anyway, I'm only a mile or 2 from home now, and it'd be nice to get back to a nice warm house and get some jobs done. Laters.